We've got some breaking news I want to share with the audience. In a Fox News exclusive, infamous Romanian hacker Guccifer says he's breached Hillary Clinton's private server. And by the way, he says it was easy. All right, Kathy Taylor, I want to ask you about this. You understand this area, this is a bombshell. This is something Judge Napolitano said was possible. He thought he was convinced this would happen, and now we've got that it has happened. What do you think this does with respect to the legal aspect of this, and also what could he have seen? I mean, 22 top secret items at least, right?
Right. I mean, I've said all along that Hillary Clinton's behavior on this and her actions have been a real slap in the face to anybody who's served and to the American public. Because when you work at the highest level of government, like we've been privileged to do, you take an oath and you make a promise to uphold this information and keep it extremely safe on behalf of your fellow citizens. So this is a major, major bombshell to have, no pun intended, firsthand knowledge, unfortunately, firsthand knowledge this way. And I think that it really makes the case for Bernie Sanders to stay in, and it raises the possibility that, you know, if she is indicted, which she very well may be, particularly if there's firsthand evidence like this. I'm not a lawyer, but if you look at that path, then what happens? Does a Joe Biden jump in at convention time? How does this play out? Right. And that throws the whole race up into the air again. Van
Hip, you just wrote a book on terrorism, and you understand the vulnerabilities here. I think this is not necessarily news to anyone who knows that this guy was a world-class hacker and that this is a private email server on a farm somewhere. But now that it's officially out there, what do you see happening?
It's going to be very concerning to the Hillary Clinton campaign right now. Let me tell you that. I mean, she's still, and I agree with what was just said. She's still got to get through the FBI primary. Bernie's still staying in. And don't forget, while we think it's a big difference between Clinton and Sanders right now, the delegate count, when you look at the superdelegates, let me tell you, those superdelegates are the same superdelegates who did the cut and run on Hillary Clinton back in 2008. And that could happen again. So this is, like I said earlier, these next few weeks, it's a clear pathway for Donald Trump, but Hillary Clinton has still got to deal with Bernie, and she's still got to deal with the FBI primary.
Ford O'Connell, I want to bring you in because Hillary dealing with Bernie, so far he's given her a free pass on the emails situation, but this is a huge, huge news item, and I just don't know how he'll be able to resist not talking about it, particularly to the American public.
Well, his whole goal is to sway the superdelegates if he continues to win and can get some more pledged delegates. I think he needs to use this to his advantage. The superdelegates, as Van pointed out, are very pragmatic. And should she actually still get the nomination and survive the FBI primary, this is very telling for when it comes to trustworthiness in a general election narrative. And it's going to be open game for Donald Trump to say, not only are you not credible, but you put the nation's security at risk at a very troubling time.
So here we are, Mercedes, this news coming out. Bernie Sanders, who's in it to win it, and he's got momentum. He won last night. I don't know that he was the favorite. I think he was a slight underdog there. He's polling well ahead of Hillary in some of the key states coming up. Could this be the knockout blow? If he decides to go ahead and break glass and use the email, could this actually propel him and get some of these superdelegates who flipped for Barack Obama in 2008 to flip for him?
You know, there is a chance, Charles. I think that for the superdelegates are feeling more comfortable staying with Hillary. Obviously, there are more of the establishment types that would fall more in line with her. But I think for Bernie Sanders, he's looking straight through to California, which is an open primary. He does well in these open primaries where independents can vote. And really, he feels like he owes it to his small donor voters. Those people have been giving donations, giving millions. He's been able to accumulate millions of dollars. So I think that there is a chance that it could sway the superdelegates. This is going to be interesting how the FBI decides to use this information of the hacking in their investigation, what the results come out from the investigation itself for Hillary Clinton. You know, again, this story has plagued her from the beginning, and it's not going anywhere. And she tries to keep it underneath the rug, and it still keeps popping up.
It keeps popping up, and it popped up big time. Thanks a lot, guys.